exchange. This would be fun for like 7 people. Before I get started, just a quick question. Make some noise if you know how to drive. Yeah, most of you. I hate driving in winter because of how dangerous it can be with all the black ice. Now, for anybody in the audience who doesn't drive, black ice is essentially the same as white ice. Apart from it's cooler and usually turns up later than expected. What's your name, sir? Rahel. Yeah, definitely. Pleasure to meet you, sir. So my name is Luke. So I go by Lewis, but when you see my full name written down on a piece of paper, it reads Louis Etienne. Can you guess what question I've had all my life, Rahel? Are you French? And all my life I've had to give the same boring response and tell these people, no, I'm not French. But the black side of my family comes from a country in the Caribbean called Dominica. It's an ex-French colony, and we can also get extremely boring conversations all the time. But from me saying that, some people, admittedly white people, will follow up with a response, oh, Dominica, that's a small world. We once went on a cruise. To the Dominican Republic. No, I was like, what the fuck has that got to do with what I said? You know what I mean? Different islands, different people, different cultures. What's your name, sir? Dan. Dan, that's like when I'm speaking to Dan, I'm like, Dan, where do you come from originally? Dan tells me something like, the Isle of Wight. And then I go, ooh, the Isle of Wight, that's a small world. We once went on a cruise to the Isle of Man. Doesn't make any sense, does it, Dan? So, Dan, when people come up to me nowadays and says, Lewis, where does the French in your name come from? That's selling slavery. Conversation done. Newcastle, I like as a society how we've become a lot more empathetic to people dealing with anxiety. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah. Yeah? Is anyone in the audience who suffers with anxiety? Bang! I don't know why I did that to anxiety myself. My anxiety is health anxiety, also known as hypochondria. I'll give you sympathy. And as most of you aware, with hypochondria, somebody might have a pounding headache and think aneurysm. They might have a beating chest and think heart attack. Newcastle, I used to have a pain in my ass, and the first thing I thought, prostate cancer. Turns out it was just my ex. She had massive fingers. That punchline does not get an applause break in black rooms, let me just tell you. Yeah, nice. One of my friends has got into extreme fitness. In the group chat, I keep sending links to Tough Mudder. Do you know what that is? Yeah, it's always Tough Mudder this, Tough Mudder that. What's funny is growing up, I've always overheard the term Tough Mudder. But I just assumed it was talking about single parent in a Jamaican household. Somebody came up to me the other day and he accused me of being a cinephile. Which thankfully doesn't mean what I thought it did. Apparently a cinephile is just somebody who adores watching movies. Somebody who likes to sit down and watch a good film. Are we going to the cinephiles here tonight? That was a trick, it does when you're a nonce. Always lying. I'm only joking. The cinephile is someone who likes watching films. My favourite film, guys, is The Exorcist. And if you haven't seen The Exorcist, it's basically a movie about the devil inside of a 12-year-old girl. Not to be confused with the Jeffrey Epstein documentary. I love horror films. I don't know if you've noticed, but all English horror films are set in like a big, abandoned, derelict manor. Just one time, I want to see a horror film set in a council estate. You know, like where the killer bursts through the front door, he gets his coat caught on the baby gate. He's mauled to death by an XL bully. And the people who live there don't even call the police because they've got a cannabis farm in his face. Because of jokes like that, I'm now single. Like most single people do, downloading Tinder. Terrifying experience. I've learned a lot about women that I didn't previously know. And just hearing me out on this, my biggest takeaway from Tinder is that single mums have some of the most aggressive bios I've ever read. Every bio reads something like, Kelly, 28, yes, the kid in the third picture is mine, and if you've got an issue with that, you can go fuck yourself. Some of you have met Kelly before, The thing is as well, I understand it, because I'm also a single parent. And I understand if you're looking for love, that's maybe what somebody else doesn't want, and that's absolutely fine. Instead of being aggressive and offensive about it, I feel like I should wear it as a badge of honour. Like, that's what I do. Like, I try to market myself as a sexy single father down. You know, like June Law on a holiday. Except the mother of my kids isn't dead. And if some of you lot said yet in your head, that makes you a bad person. I've got an objectively beautiful 3-year-old child, which is as a single parent is a blessing and a curse. Because when I do the nursery run in the morning, I get all the cute mums coming up to me asking how he's doing, which is absolutely amazing. But on the flip side, have you ever tried to fuck somebody in the back of the car with a car seat in there? It's a logistical nightmare. So you have, sir. I often refer to my child as half genius, half idiot. Please let me justify this. I say half genius because at 3 years old he's got an iPad, he knows the passcode to the iPad, he knows how to navigate through all the apps, find Netflix and watch whatever he wants to watch. At 3 years old, I don't know about you, I find it plastic. But I say he's an idiot because whenever we play with his actual toys, he's got a really limited imagination. Every scenario is the same, something's always falling. So if he's got a Spider-Man, they'll be on the edge of a building, they'll be like, oh, it's falling. If he's got a car, it'll be on the edge of a cliff, they'll be like, oh, it's falling. And as you can all see, extremely jarring. So I was in the kitchen the other day, preparing food for me and my child, like June Law on a holiday. And out of nowhere, I hear these dreaded words, oh, it's falling. I'm on my way to the living room, I put my head around the door. He was on Netflix watching a 9/11 documentary. Thank you for observing a minute silence in the back there. Before I finish on this last little bit now, my name's Louis, SEN, available on Instagram and all that good stuff. If you can't remember how to spell it, just think slavery, just don't say it out loud. And I'll finish on this. So I split up my ex, moved into a new house, and for context I moved into a white neighbourhood. I'm doing well for myself now. And within a week I'm moving in, my next door neighbour put up a Union Jack flag in the back garden. That's not funny, so I don't know why that did. And I was about to go around and kick off. Just before I did that, I checked my phone. Queen's Jubilee. I'm a comedian, I saw the funny in it, easy mistake to make, let's move on with his life. So that was May 2022. It's now January 2024. Jubilee's over. In fact, the Queen's now over. And yet the flag remains. So I just thought, fuck this, I've had enough. So I went to my loft and I got my Dominica flag out. I went into my back garden, I got a stake in the ground right next to his. Tied my Dominica flag to it just like this when I was waiting. And it took me 5 minutes to come outside. Angry neighbour comes out and goes, what do you think you're doing, mate? I said, listen, if you want to put up a flag, I'll put up a flag. He goes, you call this a flag, I don't know what country it's, mate. I said, this is Dominica. And he went, oh, that's a small world. Thank you very much.
Fucking loving that thing on it, you know, where you can, well, you stick it there with the ship idols, loving it.